Peace. This is a meat and potato sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is PTSD and Magick, or other words, post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, what is post-traumatic stress disorder? Simply what that is that this is a mentally unhealthy manifestation when you have went through a traumatic experience. And one thing about when you go through this experience, you should always see or seek a medical trained physician for this. But when you're dealing with this, and I've known a lot of people that have went through this and have sought my counsel as a teacher. So when you going through this, one of the things about it is that you will go through a series of events like hopelessness, contemplation of suicide. You will avoid certain places that will trigger a response from you. Because remember, when you going through post-traumatic stress disorder, certain things will trigger, bringing it to the forefront. Even a so-called argument or disagreement. It's not so much, what you say is how you say it. So this can act as a trigger. When you having an argument or disagreement with a family member, your son, your daughter, your mother, your father, even someone you're in a relationship with, it can act as a trigger. So when you are having this episode, like I said, you have to seek, medical help. And let's say you are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and you're trying to get into Magick. One thing about it is that when you're trying to get into Magick, you have to do meditation along with, first and foremost, seeing your medical doctor, but shadow work, very important, and meditation. I'm going to give you some keys that I have told those that want to be my students. Find ways to meditate and challenge yourself. Do it for 3 weeks, because anything over 21 days, this becomes a habit. So-called human beings are creatures of habit. And people say, I'm a god or a goddess. No, you're a god or a goddess in training. Don't get it messed up. This is what you are. You're in training. The training wheels are not off yet. So, when you're dealing with that, you have to deal with meditation. You have to deal with shadow work. And just because you may be over a certain situation with a particular individual in your family or even a relationship, the behavior can carry on. So in other words, the narrative still stays the same, but the so-called person, their name changes. That's it. Their name changes. So you'll take a certain behavior over into a new situation, and just like you have red flags in a relationship, you can have red flags in a friendship. So I want to make that very clear. And negative entities, they can latch on to you when you are going through post-traumatic disorder. So besides seeking counsel, you also can have a amulet. I always say, get your amulet, because this will protect you from certain things. Get your amulet, do your shadow work, do meditation, and this helps. And also, who is very good at helping you with certain disorders, on Sarah, is very good with helping you mature and evolve. Very good in helping you do with that. She's a demoness from the Goetia. Ansira is very good with that. And also get you plants. Put plants in your house. I cannot emphasize that enough. Put your plants in your house. So I wanted to reach out to the Cole family and say that, because there's people thinking that mental health or unhealth, that's not real. Yes, it is real. Okay? It is very real. And if you want your magic to be great, you have to deal with your issues, and there's nothing wrong with that. I want to send that out to your Cole family. You can deal with that, and you can do this. Because one thing about it, when you really think that you're over something, triggers will come your way. You will be very surprised. They will come at the most unexpected times. So I want to do that, for the family. Keep a journal. See your psychologist or psychiatrist or a counselor. Talk to your friends. And don't let certain things bombard you. And if you are going to deal with some level of magic, irrespective of your magical discipline, what you need to do is you juxtapose it with the things that you're supposed to do. So, with that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I'm the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friend. Peace.